before we get to all that, because I was going to get to that in a second, but bring me back, and I like to start my interviews off with this because I like to take this journey here. Take me back to Baby Burton for just a second, because you have all these. Your story is very reminiscent, and I don't know if you've heard this comparison before, but a lot like Jericho. Jericho had a lot of. You've never heard this before. No. Jericho had a lot of passions. You know, he had wrestling, he had music, he had this creative sense about him that everything had to be a certain way, and he just had all these different ideas. And what is it like to be the kind of person where the creativity just flows all the time, and you just need an outlet for something? Like, how was this from when you were younger? Like, I love pro wrestling, I love music. What kind of loves did you have besides those two?
I played football when I was a kid, but I really loved wrestling. You know, it was wrestling and guitars. It was pretty much ruled my childhood. You know, it
ruled it. It dominated your life.
Yeah, I would literally sit when I was like 11 or 12 years old watching, you know, Scott Steiner come out. I fucking loved Scott Steiner. I thought he was the coolest dude in the world. Because I was sitting there 11 years old. I'm like, holy fuck, that guy's bigger than Arnold. You know, I would watch Nitro and just curl. I'm 11 years old. All I had was a 30-pound dumbbell. I would curl it the whole fucking show.
That's a long show. 3 hours.
Arms. Yeah,
3 hours of curl.
I would just sit there and just, you know, as soon as Steiner came
trying to get
like,
the largest arms in the world, baby.
Big Papa Pump. I wanted those, you know, I wanted all the hoochies, you know.
He was and the fact that he was a genetic freak didn't deter you. You said, you know what, I'm going to get there too.
Yeah, I was like, that's what I'm going to look like when I'm older. You know?
And now look at those arms right now.
I met him down at WrestleMania this year. I got a picture with him.
Hey man, listen, we're gonna get to all that, man. King of the Ring was down there in New Orleans this WrestleMania weekend, brother. I'm telling you, with you, it's gonna be really hard to contain this to the 2-hour format. There's so much to talk about.
You talk about the creative outlet. This is just one of like millions of notebooks I have. I don't even get to write everything down when I'm not near one of my notebooks. Yeah. And I could write it on my phone, but I always forget.
Yeah.
But
for those of you listening, he actually has a notebook. It's a black leather bound notebook in front of him. That's what he was lifting. So you have many volumes of this.
Many volumes, yeah. Of just stupid ideas of like, I got to get to this. I got to film this. I got to do this. I got to write this. I got to record this. You know, I got to make this happen. You know, I do, you know, if it comes to me and I know there's a way to do it, or, you know, a means to do it, I'm going to do it. You know?
I got to admit, as fun as it is to make these shows, it feels even nicer knowing I'm being heard. And if you want to hear every single episode of Orsini's Uncensored Mind with me, your host, AJ Orsini, all you need to do to catch every new episode is head over to ajoum.podbean.com every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. And if you can't get on the Podbean, I've got several other platforms in which you can catch me. The show is also on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, Google Play Music, Listen Notes, Castbox.fm, and now officially Spotify. You can catch all those platforms and get your fix of Orsini's Uncensored Mind.